Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to work on the set member functionality by adding more things to it. Alright, so let me just show you. As you can see here that I'm currently present in the update.go file that is present inside the MySQL directory, and what I will do, I will change the value from 4 to 3. Alright, and this email place will be taken by another variable. So let's write email separately like this. Alright, so let's update this value 3 and I will write it email like this and this. And after that, let's change the workspace. I will write the member. So this is the thing that I have not written in my previous video. So basically, these are the three values like password, full name, and account name. They are separated in the array, and the email value is separated from it. All right. So after that, let's go to the setMember.go file, and inside this file, what I will do, I will write 3 like this. And let's remove this member email, and instead of writing it here, I will write it here like this. Alright, so now this is done. After that, the next thing that I'm going to work is to let's copy this variable from here. Once it is copied, what I will do, I will just change the name of this variable from found member to member found like this, member found. And similarly, I will change the name of it like also member found. If the member is found, then it will execute these things. So let's let's remove this else statement because I don't need it. And after that, once it is done, what I will do, I will write this and state ampersand sign, and I will write length of member email is not equal to 0. Alright. So if member is found and the length of member is not equal to 0, means it is filled with some kind of data, then that this thing will be executed. Otherwise it will basically, I will run this if statement multiple times. But before this, let me just write it like this: if length of member password is not equal to 0 like this. So let's copy this. Alright, now this will work fine. So now this is how it will work. Basically, it will check that if the member password is not equal to 0, means it is filled with some kind of data, then it will execute this. Otherwise, then it will give me this error. All right, this give me this message. So because I need to update password, I need to update the full name and the account name. So I will enter, copy this and paste it 3 times. All right, like this. So this time there is only need for one time to write this message instead of writing it multiple times. So let's say if the password is updated, then this message will be executed. If the email address, if the full name is updated, then this message will be executed. If the account name is updated, then this message will be executed. So there is no need for one message to be written multiple times. Instead, one message is written at the end, and all these 3 things will be executed if the user wants to. If the user wants just one thing to be updated, then he will just update one thing. If the user wants all the things to be updated, then that user will update all the credentials. All right. So I will change this one by one, but this is the if statement that I have written, that if the member is found and if the member email address is found or it is equal to some kind of data, then it will execute these things. Otherwise it will give me an error that you need to what you can say, sorry, you need errors new. Please enter the email address to or type what you can say Proctl set member or set mem, that I will update it later on. So set mem help like this. So basically it will only work, these functionalities will only work if the email address is entered correctly. If the email address is not entered correctly of that member, then these things will not work, or these things will not be updated. So this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. And for these if statements, I have not written any else statement. Instead, only if the credentials are given, they will be updated. So I hope you understood. So this was the code mismanagement, but now I have managed it properly. So now you will understand it. After that, the next thing that I'm going to work is to write. First of all, let's write the inside this first if statement. I will write this. What you can say set account info, and inside this set account info, what I will write member password, or what you can say like this, member password in the capital letter. And once it is done, I will write member password like this. And the next thing is to write full name, and that full name will be fetched from the Redis database that I will set it, like here or here. All right, so full name will be set here, and the account name will be set here. So I will write Redis get account info, and let's write member full name, and what you can say is to write the just like this. All right, so there is no need for give the value. Instead, based on this way, key, the value will be fetched. So let's write it like this, account name. This time it will be account name, member account name. Alright, so let's leave the password as it is, because the password is going to be updated. So the password will be saved in the Redis database. So once the user want to insert the password, that password will be saved in the Redis database also, and that password will also be inserted in the MySQL database. Alright, after that, let's update these two values, full name and account name. So these full name and the account name will be fetched from the Redis database when I will set up here. Alright, so let's write copy this, because there is no need for writing it multiple times. Instead, what I will do, I will write it like here, and this time I will not write setup password. Instead, what I will write set, member what you can say, member full name, and similarly I will change it to member full name. And this time the full name is done, so I will write password, and member password. Account name will be the same, so I need to write the password here, and I will change the member full name, that will be the same as it is, and the account name will be this account name. Alright, so this time what it will do, it will basically take the member full name, the new full name that the user has given, the member has given, and it will write that full name inside this MySQL database, and the password and the account name will be fetched from the previous entrance that it was given previously. Alright, so the password was gotten from the Redis database, and the account name was also gotten from the Redis database. So these are the previous data that will be entered into the MySQL database. So but the new data, that is the member full name, will be written here. So when where I have set this password and account name, so as you can see here that I have set the password here in the Redis database, so this old password will be fetched and they will be written here. And similarly, the account name that I will write it here, this account name will also be fetched and they will be written here in the MySQL database. So these are the old data, and this is the new updated full name that the user will enter. Let's copy this again, and once it is done, what I will do, I will change the full name to account name like this, full name to account name. In this time, this is the password, but in this time I will write the full name, because the full name required and the password is required. So what I will write, full name, member full name, and the password is required, so I will change this to password instead of writing this password, and change the member password. I will write member account name. Alright, so now this new account name will be saved in the Redis database, and the full name and the password will be fetched as an old value from the Redis database. Alright, and these things will be used and inserted into the MySQL database. So let me just show you. As you can see here that the password is present, so I will write the old password that will be fetched from the Redis database, and I will also fetch the full name that will be the saved in the Redis database. So I will fetch it from there. What you can say, full name, and after that the member account name will not be fetched. Instead, a new value will be inserted into the Redis database, and that new value will also be saved in the MySQL database. So this is the thing that I was trying to show you. So I hope you understood. So let me just check whether it may contain some kind of error or not. Alright, so all the things are seems good to me. So now what I will do, I will save it. I will save this also, and now let's write go install. In this time, if I type Proctl status, you will see that the user is logged out. So first of all, I will log in as the Vainstree account @gmail.com, and now I'm logged in. Now what I will do, I will write Proctl invite space like this, and then I will write help. Let's write help. Email address is required, so let's write email. So the email is, let's say, alright, so now it will take me some time, so let's wait for it. Now you have successfully invited a member. Now what I will do, I will clear this and Proctl log out, and once it is logged out, I will write Proctl invited and then the email address. Like this. Enter the verification code. If I go to the email address, you will see that this is the invited email that is shown to me. So I will copy the verification code and paste it here. Now the account is successfully verified. If I go to the MySQL database, you will see that this is the data. As you can see here, is a password, full name, account name, but they are not inserted yet, but only the email address is inserted. So now what I will do, I will clear this first of all, Proctl. Now what I need to do is to write set member, and then let's write first of all email address, @gmail.com, and then the password. Let's write password 1122. Now the member credentials are successfully updated. So if I show you, hello world, these things should be removed from here, although they were previously stored, so that's why it is giving me a problem. So what I will do, I will delete this, and let me just update it like 4455. Now you will see that only the password is changed and the hello world and the account name is not changed. Basically they were fetched from the Redis database that I have already stored there, so no need to worry about this. But if this is your first time, it will show you nothing. Alright, so the problem is from my side because I have already stored the data in the Redis database. If you want to, you can set up the delete functionality here also by deleting all the values from the Redis database, and it will only show you this password only. So yeah, let's say if I don't write the email address like this and only write the password, this time it will give me that please enter the email address or type set mem. So it needs an email address in order to update that member account. Alright, so let's write what you can say, full name is going to be, let's say, Vainstree. Previously it was hello world, so if I type enter on this, you will see that the Vainstree is changed. This is not affected. Alright, so for 4455 is present as it is. So let's write what you can say, remove this password and let's write account name. Account name, let's say hello. Now this time this password is not affected, the full name is also not affected, but only the account name is changed. Alright, so I hope you understood and got something from it, and you don't need to worry about where the data came from. Basically the data was already saved in the Redis database, and that's the reason I didn't delete that data. So that was a mistake from my side. So if you delete that data, it will not create a problem for you. And if you take a look at the what you can say, the Redis directory, you will see that here is a delete token function that I already created. So you can apply this function here and you can delete this also. Alright, so now what I will do, I will change the name of this file. Instead of writing set member, I will change it to what you can say, instead of writing set member, I will leave as it is. Instead what I will do, I will just write the keys here. So let's write set member and let's select all of them, and after that, once it is selected, I will delete them. Alright, so let's write set mem instead of writing set member, so it will become easy for us. Save this, and now let's write go install. Now this time if I show you proctl help, you will see that this is the set mem functionality that is now updated. Alright, so now if I want to make set a member, I don't need to write the set member. Instead I can just write set mem. So let's write git add git commit added the set member functionality, git push origin master. So now the data is gone. So I will, if I take a look at this, you will see that 53 commits are done, added the set member functionality. So I hope you liked it and understand it. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.